Another round of testimony is in store for special counsel John Durham, just a month after he released a report on the investigation into former President Trump's alleged ties to Russia during the 2016 election. NewsNation correspondent Tom Dempsey is live on Capitol Hill with a look ahead this morning. And Tom, yesterday was all behind closed doors. Not the case today.
No, cameras will be there, media will be there, public is allowed in. A lot of people going to be watching this one because in just a few hours, special counsel John Durham will be publicly testifying about that scathing report against the FBI and its handling of the investigation into the 2016 Trump campaign. House Judiciary Chairman and Republican Jim Jordan will be overseeing the hearing happening later this morning. Jordan has repeatedly accused the Department of Justice of being politicized and described the FBI in an interview on Monday as being out to get former President Donald Trump. You can expect Republicans at today's hearing to keep up the criticism of the Justice Department and ask questions to Durham, highlighting issues he raised in his 300-page report, including how Durham accused the FBI of rushing to investigate the former president based on what he called raw, unanalyzed, and uncorroborated intelligence. Democrats, meantime, may try and sort of downplay the report and accuse the Durham report of being political. Late yesterday, Durham appeared behind closed doors, meeting with lawmakers from both sides of the aisle, a part of the House Intelligence Committee on Tuesday. Lawmakers said Durham had discussed lessons learned from his reporting and issues he believes need to be addressed with the FBI.
He gave us the impression that some of the misconduct is individualized, like there were bad people doing bad things. But then some of it is systemic, and some of it is where we need changes so that there's higher reviews, there's higher requirements for this to ever happen again.
Who knows where we'll go in the future, but we know that we have to learn from the mistakes made in these investigations to make sure that Americans can have confidence in both the prosecutorial power of the federal government and in their elections.
Important to note that shortly after the release of the Durham report, the FBI responded saying the report focused on prior leadership and that the agency has made a number of changes in recent years. And they were saying if those changes were in place, what happened in 2016 likely would have been avoided. But it's kind of interesting to note, too, as well, that the leading Republican and the leading Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, the one that held that closed-door session, said that things remained very civil between both political parties during that hearing, which led to Durham, they said, being much more comfortable and forthcoming. Now, with this hearing, the new hearing expected to happen in just a few hours, expect things to be much different, much more politically charged. You know, cameras are going to be in there. So it's going to be interesting to hear this testimony from Durham later this morning, guys.
Yeah, you don't often hear about bipartisan civility. Tom Dempsey, thank you so much. We'll be tuning to that.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.